Happy Friday, everybody. We are back with our one and only live stream for this week. I have been gone. I've been traveling, as I let you guys know last week, and I'm finally back in Spain, sunny southern Marbella, Spain, coming to you from my normal studio now. So things are getting back to normal, but yeah, man, a lot has happened in the crypto world in just 1 week. It's pretty crazy, guys. So I think the essence of this market right now is mixed signals. I was talking to Rob backstage about this, and it's just been very kind of like up in the air as to what's going to happen in the market right now. Now, don't get me wrong, long term, obviously, if we do get a deeper correction, I'm insanely bullish and I will continue to accumulate my long term bags. But this is a trading show for our live here today, and we want to help you get best position for what's to come, right? So the thumbnail says, are we bullish or are we bearish? Is there pump or dump incoming? And we are going to go over some key levels and some mixed signals, if you will, as to indicators showing that this could be a bearish move coming and that we could go into an extended corrective period, or that we could get a pump almost up to 200K, as the thumbnail suggests. So we're going to go over key levels for Bitcoin and also a couple of altcoin setups. But if you guys want the absolute best setups in real time, you've got to join the group. We decided to extend it for free a little bit longer just because the market conditions, we want you guys to get in there while you can. The link is in the description below. It's to our VIP Telegram trading group. So there are only 500 members and we are absolutely crushing it. I mean, it's been absolutely amazing. So the link is in the description below. You'll be sent to our verification bot where you'll be asked to sign up to BYDFI, the supporters of this channel, and then you'll be let into the group. There is no KYC, just use your Gmail. And for any deposit, $5, $10, whatever it is, you will get a $100 trading bonus. You just have to transfer that to your futures account. So it's an absolute no-brainer, like we like to say on this channel. And for those tuning in, you are the real ones. You guys are the ones who are going to succeed. And people who have been tuning into the YouTube have been making a lot of money. So we've been giving you free alpha here on this channel and going over things that, quite frankly, I haven't seen on X or anywhere else. So if you want to stay tuned for that, Rob will be on in just a minute. The news, I mean, the news has been crazy. There's a lot happening on the world stage. After Maduro was captured and now detained in the U.S. from Venezuela, and U.S. is seizing oil tanker after oil tanker. Things are heating up, and now President Trump has his eyes on potentially Cuba and Greenland and Iran. He is saying that the U.S. will support protesters in Iran. He's sending help. It's crazy out there on the world stage. It's crazy. It's either going to be peace by strength or it's going to all burn up in flames. But for now, it seems like we're trending in the right direction, but it's just giving a little bit of mixed signals. Now, the markets are booming, everything but crypto right now. We've got stocks at all-time highs. Silver just reached $90. Out of control. I mean, gold and silver have just been absolutely ripping. Meanwhile, there's mixed signals as well with Jerome Powell and President Trump, as he's saying, this was just 3 days ago, that Fed Jerome Powell is either incompetent or crooked. He's not doing a very good job. He needs to cut rates meaningfully, and hinting at the fact that he's going to replace Jerome Powell. And then he comes out today and he says, actually, I have no intention to fire him. So just lots of weird things. Elon Musk is joining the battle to, change the world order as he activates Starlink for free in Iran, which I think is pretty cool. And there's so many things happening, but I'm just getting to you with like the absolute necessities before we jump into the charts. Okay. China is heating up as well. China's trade surplus hits a record 1.2 trillion in 2025, despite the trade war with the U.S. Interesting. U.S. November PPI rises to 3%, higher than expectations. Then we also have the ruling on President Trump's tariffs, which is imminent. That also got delayed. It was like 50%. It was going to be deemed illegal. Now it's not. More mixed signals. I know this is a frustrating Friday, but it is a crypto and cocktails Friday, guys. So I have my Queen Bee cup. I don't know if you can see it right here, and I'm drinking ATH vodka, all-time high vodka, my favorite flavor, Costa Rican pineapple and mango. So let me know what you're drinking, where you're tuning in from, and we'll continue with the news. Yeah, just crazy things are happening. Meanwhile, you've got the Clarity Act coming out, and Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is saying he cannot support it, and actually that he'd rather have no bill than a bad bill. And he says, after reviewing the crypto market structured draft legislation, Coinbase cannot support the bill. Then it was delayed again, inevitably. And yeah, he's saying that actually the reasoning behind it is that banks are trying to kill competition under the current Crypto Clarity Act. So he's saying that it favors the banks and greases the bankers' pockets yet again. And that's not the way we want it to trend in the world, because we're trying to get away from, the way that we've been doing things the past, I don't know, X amount of years. I mean, this is the way it's been since we can remember, right? So we're trying to get it right this time. And they don't like what the draft of the bill says. So that's been postponed. But meanwhile, Goldman Sachs says it's spending a lot of time on crypto and tokenization and stable coins. Again, lots of bullish news, but none of that. It's all sort of shaky right now as the market doesn't really know what to expect. We've gone from extreme fear to neutral. And that's sort of where we're sitting at now, because people just don't know what to expect. Then you have Trump coming out 4 hours ago threatening tariffs on countries that oppose U.S. efforts to acquire Greenland. So it's clear he's using tariffs as a negotiation tactic and to wield the power of the U.S. Who knows how that's going to pan out, but we shall see. We'll stay tuned, okay? And he's highly confident the Supreme Court will rule in favor of the tariffs. So the White House is highly confident that it will not be deemed illegal. And also the U.S. government says it did not and will not sell any Bitcoin, just to confirm if you had any doubts. Okay, so that's that. That's sort of the news of the week, but lots of things happening on a geopolitical scale. Now we're going to go over in the charts with Rob just a little bit on Bitcoin and where are those key levels that we can sort of expect to see some sort of reaction at and to look for, right? Because there are different indicators in the chart showing that we could go either way. So in order to get a better idea of that, we're going to have a look at Bitcoin and a few altcoin setups before we send you into this wonderful weekend. We just wanted to make sure to get you an update, as I know a lot of you are waiting on the stream. We haven't had a stream all week, so I'm a little bit jet lagged, but we're going to make this work, and we're going to have a lot of fun like we always do on our Friday Crypto and Cocktails. So what's up, Rob? How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
Good. Very good. We are excited.
Fine.
Yep. It's getting used to the time change here. It's now almost 10 p.m. where I'm at, and I'm used to doing these lives with you at noon. So yeah, now actually my cocktail is at appropriate time on Fridays. So yeah, how you doing? How's everything going?
Oh, staying busy, killing it in the group, getting ready for some snowboarding, skiing tomorrow, and Tobin. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
there we
busy
go.
weekend ahead.
Yeah, busy week, yet still crushing it in the group, guys. Rob is still like able to have a life and update in the group and post in the group and do his own trading and crush it at trading all at the same time. So if you're wondering, or trying to put it off because you're too busy, you have too much to do, you do not need a lot of time in order to be a successful trader.
Yep, there's times wherever it's called, you just put your entries in, put your stops in, and just wait for TP, and you just got to sit there and close it around then and move your stop losses in place. So it's just paying attention. Right now, it is a little bit more trickier in the market to trade right now, but again, you're still listening to your signals. You don't really do anything different. You just got to sometimes trade a little bit lower amount if it's a little bit more cautious out, but you still do the same thing over and over again, and you just sit there and keep on compounding gains no matter what the market gives you.
Right. Yeah. So the market is not giving us a whole lot right now. In fact, it's given us a lot of indecision and a lot of sort of back and forth, but we've been able to capitalize on that in the group. So if you're not in there, I don't know what you're doing. Get in there right now. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, guys. We got to get this out to more people. Those of you who are tuning in during these times are actually really going to succeed, because once the market starts to move and it moves quickly, you're not going to be able to capitalize on those moves if you're not ready, if you haven't studied, if you don't know what you're doing. And we want to make sure that you are up to speed on, the basic powerful strategies that will help you get more success as a trader, which we're going over in the course that we are launching in January now. So stay tuned for that.
Yep. But let's go to the Bitcoin chart and just show. I'm going to show some high time frame Bitcoin ideas here that we're both looking at.
Yeah, let's see. I don't see your charts down below yet.
Let me go ahead and make it pull up.
Yeah, but so while Rob is pulling that up, I mean, that's just sort of like The market conditions for the last 2.5 months, I would say, very difficult conditions for the average user who doesn't know a lot about trading and hasn't been through a course and hasn't been tuning into these YouTubes. But it is very much an in and out market right now, and we've been making a lot of money in the group on scalps, on just getting in on shorter time frames and not getting in and out of the market. Basically, that's what we're discussing right before we got on stream today. So that's been the most powerful strategy.
Found some of the go and find the where they the hype sap trading those. We got some of the privacy tokens. We got some big gains on what was it? Was it ZEC or ZN? We got 40% gains on a spot move. If you leverage that, some people in the group got over 200%, 300% on those moves. So with lower leverage as well too, not high leverage, like 10x leverage or lower. So there's still good trades to be out there, but you just got to be able to work a little bit harder for it. Got to be able to find the hype, and like they say, where the attention goes, the money flows. You got to make sure if you're trading long, you got to make sure you're finding that hype to trade as well too. That lines up with a strong looking chart.
That's right, and Rob is posting that in the tips and the Hive trading tips in the Hive Telegram and their VIP group. So guys, you've got to get in the group. The link is in the description. Okay, you'll be taken to our verification bot, but go through the steps and you'll get $100 bonus, and you'll get access to all of the alpha for free for the time being. But that is going to change very, very soon. So on that note, Rob, let's go ahead and pull up those charts and get right into it.
All right, so what we're going to be starting off here is the Bitcoin chart on a 2-weekly time frame. Now, this is actually a very bearish chart that we're looking at right here. So what we're looking at is the 2-day death cross right here, where the SMA 50 goes underneath the SMA 200. This is a 2-day chart. And this signal right here, for majority of the bear markets that we've gotten here, this was sitting there basically to confirm of the bear market. Whenever you started getting your downtrend on every bear market, like in 2014, you got this cross here, then you got the rest of the downside. Same with 2018, we started going downwards, we got the cross, and then we got the rest of our downside. After that, we got our capitulation, basically. We rode the SMA 50 the whole time. And also in 2022, we got the death cross right here. We came up bearishly, retested it, boom, the rest of our downside. So right there is typically your is a very strong signal. It has a 99% hit rate, basically. One time it did fake out. So I want to mention that as well too. So right in this area, we had a death cross, we came back up and we closed above it. And we're going to be paying attention to this idea right here, because this is whenever COVID-19 was. So we had a bad capitulation event, and then we came back, regained it, then boom, we went off into record new highs. We made an explosive move to the upside. So that's something definitely we're going to be having to pay attention to. But right now, where are we at right now? We are basically, we had the death cross right here, and we're bearishly retesting the SMA 50, kind of going sideways right now. So we need to sit there and see if we can sit there and hold some support in this area and get above it for that. Now, can we do that is the question. That's wherever I'm going to be looking at our Stosh RSI. Now, I'm not looking at 2-day Stosh RSI. I need something a little bit more power from that one. So we're looking at the 1 week right here. So whenever we got these right here, this one right here, the 1 week Stosh RSI, you can see how it had a sharp turn to the upside. We got up over the 20 mark very quickly and very strong before we even got over this the SMAs right here. So we're gonna be looking for something kind of similar right now. Now, we don't want it to go, if you look at the other ones, we're kind of dragged to the downside a little bit and kept going sideways, which we don't really want. So we're going to go ahead and look at what we have right now going on our Stosh RSI. This is another very powerful signal in this time frame here. So we're pointing up. We got our potential bullish crossover, and we're getting close up to 20 level as of right now. So right now, the blue line's up to 17. The slow line, the orange line, is up to 12. So we're going to be paying attention to this every weekly close. Everybody on the weekly time, every weekly close should be pulling up this indicator right here, because this right here is going to be telling us whether we can sit there and have a fake out on this death cross or not. So this is going to be a very, very strong. We need to sit there and get back above this. So if we don't break above the yellow line right here, which is at $101,000 and $82, and hold above it with a Stosh RSI getting closed above 20, there's a high potential that this is going to be confirmed, and we have more downside to go. With that being said, if this gets above it and gets above there, then we're going to be looking at a more bullish idea. If this starts holding up above that, we're going to be looking at a more bullish idea to where we can start getting some potential new all-time highs if this starts holding, because we're going to be having there's only one fake out that's ever happened, which is over here. And whenever that faked out and we sit there and see, we kept on retesting the weekly SMA 200. I think something's coming up. Remind me later. So but we kept on retesting that. We had a skyrocket to the upside. So is that a potential again too? And where would we skyrocket to is the question. And we're going to go ahead and look at another chart for that one here, because this is the bullish signal right here that I'm kind of looking at right here. Let me go ahead and find it. Sorry.
Right. So that was the bearish signals. And how many weeks are we looking at before, we determine that, we're not going to make it back above? Like, what is the time frame here?
I mean, I would say we should be paying attention every single weekly close, because we're getting close to that blue line going up above 20 and that yellow line going up above 20. And they're only moved once a week. So I would say the next 2 weeks is very critical to watch those closes to see where this move is at. How long is it going to take? I mean, it's already up there. I mean, let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger before I close it up. Like, we're just a little bit away from that level here. If that closes up above and it starts going up, and by the end of this weekend, this will be at a different level here, so we can come back to it next week and see where it's at. But this is what you should be watching during the weekly close. This is probably the main thing that everybody's watching. This is what I'm watching, and if you're not watching it, I don't know what you're looking for then. That's just a very powerful signal.
Right. Momentum coming back into the market is what we need to regain, those key critical levels of support. So if it only happened one time in history, it's not a high probability, but it is a possibility, right?
It's a possibility, and if it happened once, it can happen again. And we're looking at the Stosh RSI. I'm looking at the indicator, looking exactly the same way as it was back there. So it really depends on that one here. Sorry, the one chart that I'm kind of looking for is not pulling up for me. There it is. I found it.
Okay.
All right. So this right here is our golden Fibonacci level. So I'm going to go into this right here. And I can see you have a Stosh here. We already talked about that. So what I'm looking at right here, every cycle, this is called the cycle top almost perfectly every time. So every time we lost a line right here, we had the blue line for this cycle top, the green line here, and short. So this is after this one here, we got a short signal here. So we hit the no, that one was the blue line with the short signal. Then we hit the green line here. So we lost the level, but it's okay. We hit the short signal. You knew where your top was at. And the next one was the red level right here, the red line. We had the short signal, then we lost it. Then we that was our top. That was our cycle top here. And then the next one here was the purple line. So this was 2021. We hit the cycle top at the purple line. We got our short signal. Then we lost it right there, right? And the next time here, we have yet to basically go up and double. Like, this was way too early in the cycle here, so we're not hitting this here. And we had no short signal on this one right here. So right here, we're looking at potentially getting this. So if we negate that idea of that 2-day death cross, and we hold above it, we're looking at getting up to this potentially this orange line right here. We have yet to get this short signal, and that's going to be that level there is at $202,000 and 762 as of right now. So right now we are looking, if we do hold that one here and we start going parabolic to the upside, I'll be looking for that level right there. Once we reach that one here, I'll be looking for that short signal to sit there, turn on, and then I'll be sitting there saying, all right, we have a market cycle top at this level right here. So that is something that we kind of do every single cycle that we have yet to do that I'm paying attention to as of right now. If we have the 1 week Stosh RSI negates that whole idea of the 2-day death cross.
Oh, that's really interesting. So then CZ would be accurate in his prediction that he says that 200,000 seems blaringly obvious to him and that's imminent. So yeah, let's see if he's right this time. CZ is the GOAT. The charts are saying that is possible. Even though it's only been one time in history that we've overcome that death cross and popped back above those main moving averages, it is possible, and especially with the tailwinds that could be coming and the momentum that could be coming back into the market. I don't know at what point the RSI was when we went into the COVID dip, if we can find any sort of confluence there. But yeah, I mean, it did happen once. It can happen again. All eyes on Bitcoin. The next 2 weeks are critical is the message here. So that's where Bitcoin stands. We're just kind of watching how does Bitcoin react to those key levels and what happens with the stochastic RSI.
Yep. So right now, this is actually the next level here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit to the 4-hour time frame. I had this chart made up before we started, and it disappeared on me because I was making the other chart, and I forgot to make it on a different program here. So we are no, actually it was a 12-hour time frame. I was about to post it. So right now we came back down. We broke out of key level right here of this zone right here. It's just a breaker block, a BB breaker block right here. So we made that here. We came back down, retested it with the weekly SMA 200 or SMA 9. So we're still holding that in the lower time frames, which is very good. And with that going in there, I did also have a lower time frame bull flag, that is going down into it, which is really good. So right now, it looks like that support is holding and returning green right now. So we got this bull flag going into main support. This bull flag right here has a 68% chance of breaking to the upside, especially since we're going into high time frame support. We're going into the 12-hour SMA 9, and one day it's getting close to that as well too, as support as well too. All of that confluence right there is saying that this should hold, and this level right here has a more potential of holding right now. So we're going to be looking for that to hold as of right now. And we're going to be looking at going for this here. So this is a pretty simple pattern right here. There's a couple patterns you can kind of see instantly once you kind of look at this. You can see a ascending triangle, or you could sit there and see, let me go ahead and make the pattern here. It's going to be a Adam and Eve. I think I already have these right here. So you kind of got this right here with a cup and handle, I guess that you could call it. So a bunch of bullish patterns is basically what I'm seeing within this one area right here. So even at the lower time frames, to me, looks very, very strong. Let me go ahead and see if I can. So right there, I'm sit there. You got the V right here. I'm not going to make that, but you can sit there and see how you kind of an Adam and Eve with a cup and handle type area, and the neckline is retesting. So if you're going to be a breakout trader, pattern trader, or ascending triangle, this will be your breakout. This is your neckline for any kind of pattern that you see right now. There's 3 different bullish patterns that broke up to the upside with your volume right here. So that's very, very key right there. And
Yes.
with that being said here, let's go ahead. How would you know where this goes? You're going to take a line right here. And we're going to go all the way to the bottom so we can have max results here. Then you're going to place it right here. That's going to give you your measured move. Our measured move is right to this line right here. I'm just going to make it all the way across to here, see if there's any good resistance. So it's good resistance right there as well too. So that's a good measured move in my opinion, because you got this level here, you got this level here, and that is at $105,000. So I can sit there and potentially see this going up to 105. The measured move, not me seeing this, I guess I should say.
Right.
I'm gonna sit there and say the chart is telling me the measured move is $105,249. Not me, Rob Pushak, saying that is the chart. That is basic technical analysis saying that is our measured move to where we go to. What happens after that? We're going to have to look at the charts, see if we start consolidating, see if we make some kind of consolidation going sideways before we break up, or we kind of make a bull flag again, something like that. Then we potentially go up and break this level and start going higher. But we're going to be above that 2-week SMA. What was it? 101,000, I believe I said. And that's going to be down in this area right here. So that's above where we want to. That's above that 2-week. So this low time frame is telling us that we can get above that 2-day SMA death cross. So there's more. That's giving us more odds in our favor for more room to the upside. Now, the other thing we're going to have to be careful of is we do get above there and we don't hold it above it for quite a. We just consolidate. We break down. We go underneath that again. We know we got some kind of bull trap here, and at that time, probably should let any longs that you're still in. You should either have your stops and profits, or be taking some profits, something like that. And then group will be shortened for the downside if that signal does happen. So we'll be making profits on the downside. But as of right now, looks like we've got some good longs playing out as well. We could get some good longs playing out if this gets up to here.
Right. Yeah, and that's the analysis, guys. You want to pay attention to what Bitcoin is doing, because it's in the driver's seat right now. Although, altcoins have been getting hit less hard when Bitcoin corrects. This is very, very important to know what's going to happen for the next coming weeks to months, as far as Bitcoin and potentially altcoins as well. Just so to keep an eye on what's happening here, because we're right at the inflection point. We are right here. Everybody's been so patient in these markets, just wondering which way Bitcoin is going to go. And we've been waiting for that retest, basically, of that 100K psychological level, right above 101 to be specific. And that is the going to be the dictator of what happens in the markets for the near future, the next several months to 6 months. Sell may go away. So let's see what happens. And wow, it's like, I don't know. It feels like we've been having this sort of choppy market for months now, and now we're finally to the point where Bitcoin's going to make a decision, right?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Bitcoin's already made its decision. It's the altcoins that haven't made a decision yet. I mean, Bitcoin broke out. We got the volume on it. I'm pretty confident that as long as we keep holding the 12-hour 9, we keep holding this key level. If we go sideways for a little bit down here, like if we keep going just a little bit sideways down here and kind of chop around a little bit, as long as we're kind of holding this zone right here, in my opinion, we do get up here. It's just right now, I think the hard question for everybody is what is altcoins going to do? I think that's the very big question right now. And right now, I can't give you a good definite answer. What I can do is look at Bitcoin dominance and kind of see where that's at right now in the 1-day time frame, which we've been watching. And I think I said in group, if Bitcoin's going up and Bitcoin dominance is going up, your altcoins are gonna be choppy. You're gonna have some both. If you get the right tokens, longs will play out, but shorts are also gonna still play out as well too. So it just depends on what the chart on the altcoin it says itself. So I mean, right now, let's just go ahead and look at and see where we're at. And this is what I'm not kind of liking right now for Bitcoin dominance on the low time frame, like 12-hour. Let me make sure my trend lines are correct here because I'm using closed candles right now. Yep, I saw my closed candles about correctly. Let's go ahead right on top, right on bottom right here. So right now in the closed candle Bitcoin dominance chart right here, we basically broke out of this trend line here and we're kind of retesting it. We're above the 1-day or 12-hour 9 as of right now as we're retesting it. So that's telling me that Bitcoin's getting some strength. Bitcoin's going to be outperforming most of the altcoins, not all of them. We did nail like ZEN and group. We got a breakout trade on it. We got a 40% spot move from entry. And like, so there are some altcoins that are going to be moving very strong. So just find that narrative, getting those right tokens to trade and stuff like that for longs if Bitcoin dominance is going up. Because some altcoins will do really well against Bitcoin, but not a lot of them, just some of them. It's whatever the hype is at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back into the candle mode, see if there's any. I don't really want to go off wicks because we got long wicks right here. But right now we are retesting this here. So if we retest this here, I'm going to sit there and say we got some more upside on Bitcoin dominance, which is going to make the altcoins, you're going to be a lot more picky on what ones you choose. And you're going to have to be have a lot really good risk management with the altcoins. Now, if Bitcoin gets up to the $106,000 or $105,000 area, $100,000 area, somewhere in that zone, starts going sideways, and Bitcoin dominance breaks down and does like a bear trap or something, or a bull trap, or gets a little bit high, or say we get to some kind of resistance like up in here or up in here, and we get say Bitcoin gets all this helps Bitcoin get all the way up to where we need it to, and Bitcoin starts holding, this kind of gets rejected. That's where I'll sit there and say we potentially might have some good altcoin moves if we get rejected somewhere and Bitcoin's up at the highs.
Right. Okay. So now you know what to look for as far as Bitcoin dominance and the different sort of timing it a little bit with Bitcoin's move and what could happen at that point. So, and you're talking maybe when Bitcoin starts to make that measured move of the breakout that we were discussing before toward 105K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what to look for, guys. Bitcoin dominance sort of cooling off when Bitcoin reaches that level, and how altcoins will respond at that time. So we'll be keeping you posted on that in the group. Guys, if you're on X, the link to our VIP trading group is in the description in my bio. On X, it says hi verification bot or verify bot. So you'll be taken to Telegram where you'll be asked to sign up to BYDFI, no KYC. And then just use your Gmail. And once you make the account, you'll be led into our trading group where Rob is posting these setups with the talented team, and just 24/7, guys. People are asking questions and learning, and just really learning to be better traders as they go. So we've been posting a lot of setups there. We might just give you a setup or two here for free on YouTube. So if you like that, do hit the like and subscribe and share the stream, guys. We do appreciate that, as we're making an effort to get you as much value as we can. And the group is still free, which is not very common in the space, and we're not asking for anything other than to support the channel by signing up to BYDFI and then giving you your trading bonus. Okay, so get in there. Time is of the essence because it will not be free much longer, and we are also going to be changing up our lives from next week to where we have 1 or 2 very short lives, and you'll have to be in the group to get the rest of the analysis. So do make sure you're in there before we make that transition. And on that note, guys, cheers to Crypto Cocktails, our Friday edition. And let's get to some of these altcoin setups.
Yep. So last time I think we left off with POL. So I'm going to sit there and go review that. So we got their nice long scalp on it, which we absolutely nailed. I'll tell you later, buddy. So we absolutely nailed that scalp long. It went very strong high. And then we also said we were going to look to short it, which we nailed that as well, too, once we got to the bearish order block. And now we're going – no, hang on a second. which once we got rejected from that bearish order block, we got that really good short opportunity, which we nailed as well too. So now we're actually looking at a potential fib retracement of the 0.5 that we just got. So if we get back above that, I'm going to be looking for a potential break of the SMA 4, 4-hour SMA 9 to sit there and potentially get a good long entry on it. Now, if we get back up to this trend line here and get rejected, we might potentially make one more low down to the 786 or the 618, which is around this cluster right down in here, which I really like this zone right here. This is where I'm hoping that we get to get a good long opportunity. So I'm hoping for it goes kind of up here, kind of comes back down. We get down here, a little bit sideways, then we get to go back up, break out, and then kind of go back up on here and pull. So I think all eyes on pull again. I think we're getting good reset on it, good entry on it. So we're looking at the indicators right now. We got bullish indicators starting to pop on it, not confirmed. So there's not quite ready just yet. So hopefully one more rejection for one more downside to get a good entry. Other than that, it's going to be looking for hype. For more setups, you have to jump in the group. So once I find something, I'll be posting it. Yes. Once we get something, finding something in the group, we'll be posting it. But like this one right here, I'm still waiting on just a little bit. So I'm hoping for that one rejection. But other than that, we're just going to be looking for hype. It's getting to the weekend, a little bit lower liquidity. So we're going to be looking for some good, strong setups if anything kind of pops up. But there might be just some rejections, and we might be just doing some scalps or potential we got some short setups in there as well too. So it just depends on what everything gives.
Right. Yeah. And so we also give tips as to how to get into these entries. Unlike a lot of trading channels that just give you the signals, we're teaching you how to get into those entries and what are the sort of strategies you can use that are simple yet powerful and effective for people who are on the go and not just babysitting the charts all day, how to set your alerts like a pro, and all the things you need to do to be able to be a better trader and not necessarily have to stare at the screen all day. So this is the channel that Rob is going through, the Hive trading tips that, just quick tips that will help you really, really level up as a trader.
Yep, there are all kinds of tips in here, and I'm always adding more every time. If I'm doing something that I don't think guys are familiar with, like I was talking about breaker blocks, and whenever we were talking about breaker blocks, like I'm not sure if I mentioned that just yet. So I posted what a breaker block is and how to trade it because I was looking at AXS for potential breaker block to trade. There's a bunch of potential setups up there, but they're not confirmed yet. But I like sitting there and saying, hey, this is something I'm watching. I'm setting alerts on it. So that way you're potentially prepared to get an entry on it. It's not just, hey, look, right now. You can also set alerts on it as well too. Like, hey, look, there's a breaker block, or you might have, if he's looking for a breaker block there, I'm setting alerts on there because there's times if it might break out or it might happen while I'm sleeping. So if you're counting on me to sit there and make sure that signal's delivered in group, if I sit there and say, watch this, put set an alert here or something like this, you also need to have a little bit self-accountability on as well too, because you know what, if I'm sleeping, if I'm busy, I might miss it. But if you're sitting there watching it or you have time to sit there and trade it, you don't have to miss it.
Right. No, absolutely. So we teach you how to look for those signals and what to look for. And if you get stopped out, how to get back in the trade and just all the different things you need to know in order to be able to do this on your own as well. Now, Rob is very good at finding those setups and delivering the best setups to you. But at the end of the day, you're the one that's executing the trades and you want to have conviction in what you're trading and understand why and how, right? So that's what you're learning in the group, and the group is crushing it, you guys. So if you want to see that and the Hive chat, there's the Alpha channel where we're updating constantly with news and different bits on the market that help, with the investment decisions and to know which narratives are hot. Guys, everything you need to know is in that group, and it is free right now. So it's an absolute no-brainer.
Yep. So yeah, it's just let's go over one more here. I just wanted to show you guys some things. Members nailing it in group. Some guys got the ZEN long right there. ICP short is Jasmine short. That's something that we had in the group as well too. Jasmine right here. We actually had a bullish pendant here that we shorted it, and there were certain reasons on it. And I'm not going to mention that on live here. I actually mentioned the reason in group. So if you want to see why we shorted a bullish pattern and how we're winning on that one there, go ahead and join the group and find out because it's already written in there. So
there we go. Yeah. I remember you updated that in real time as members were asking, and that's not something that you learn just on X every day on Crypto X. So yeah, you guys got to get in there to get those tips.
Yeah, most people sat there and said, hey, look, a bullish pendant. There's the flag pull. The measure moves way up here. And whenever I actually posted the short entry before it broke down to the downside, and there was a reason I actually posted a short on it. Like I said, you got to jump in the group to find that one out if you want to know why. I have no.
There you go.
So here's some more. So ZEC short, Zach, once the crew left there, we started shorting it. We got some good profits on it. Let's see here. Somebody got ICP there. There's a bunch of Zen, 255%. Zen right here.
Oh,
Like, this is from our breakout level. From the first move on it was 30% on a candle, basically, which you can sit there and say we just got really good gains on it all around. Anybody who took that entry, and it was actually just a basic. It was a basic pattern and retest entry. Nothing that was completely crazy. So that one there was our big winner the last week, just trading with the trend on it. But
right.
SUI, people got. We had some setups on SUI. It was really, but whoever got the SUI right here, congrats, because how you got that entry and how you got to take profits on it. I'm very impressed because they did have a setup on that one there, and it was a choppy. Like once it got entry, it just chopped around and went sideways, and it did actually hit all take profits. It just did it in such a weird way that I was like, if you didn't get stopped out, very good job.
Right. Yeah. So shout out to that member who was able to capitalize on that trade with the skills he's learning in the group, guys. So
Yep. So
yeah.
outside of that one there, there's just not there's a bunch of great so there are a bunch of shorts we're doing. Yeah, I shorted ZEC a lot since they dropped the members on there. They have to sit there and drop that downtrend for me to stop shorting it.
Right.
So yeah, there's a bunch in there. We just opened up short on useless. We got a bearish retest on it. So like I said, I always sit there and if I don't get in these trades, sometimes I don't, but there's a bunch of them always being posted no matter where they're at. And once we get some more strength in the altcoins, I'll definitely be looking to get into some more longs than what I am right now. But I just need to see that strength. I just need to see that strength.
Right. Yeah. So we're kind of like in a wait and see mode again, guys. But we did give you some setups that we were watching. If you want the full complete setup and explanations behind it and the tips, you've got to join the group. And yeah, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday. On that note, we're going to set you free into the weekend. And we will be giving more setups in the group and we'll be trading throughout the weekend, whatever the conditions may be. And of course, crushing it and making money. So if you want to jump on that train, go ahead and get in there with us. This is the Crypto and Cocktails edition on Friday. We will be tuning in again on Monday to let you know our new format and give you more updates on our course. So guys, until then, thanks for tuning in and we will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Yep, have a great weekend, everybody. And also, too, I had a couple people mention to me they're having trouble with the bot to get in. They DM me on X. You guys are more than welcome to DM us on X if you're having trouble with the bot.
Yeah, so DM us, Rob or myself. We will help you get into the group. And yeah, don't hesitate. Today is the day. Get situated over the weekend and get ready for trading, guys. The weekend is the perfect time to read up on the materials, study up, and just get yourself familiar with all of the strategies. So yeah, that's it. Just get in a group. That's the message. And we hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you on Monday.